G'day everybody, how's it going? This lesson is for I Bet You Look Good on the Dance Floor by Arctic Monkeys. This song is pretty up-tempo, which makes stuff that should be easy a little bit more challenging, but I think with a tiny bit of practice we'll definitely be able to get it happening. So let's jump on the kit and check it out. Here's the opening 8 bars for this song. Then we move on to the next section of the intro, which is 4 snares to the bar with a couple of fill-in kicks on the end of 3 and the end of 4. And before we jump into the groove that we're going to use for the verse, we just ramp everything up and have everything on beat 1, 2, 3, and 4. The drums in this next section follow along really closely with the riff, so if you keep an ear out, you should be able to match it up and lock it in really easily. Now the lyrics come in and we keep that beat pretty much the same. We're just going to add a hi-hat sizzle on beat 4. There's a slight change halfway through that verse where we leave off the snare drum on beat 4 and just play kicks right the way through. I'm sure you'll be able to hear it in the song, and this is what it sounds like on the drums. Then at the end of the verse, the drums catch some hits in the lyrics when the lyrics go, "In a bang with the bang go." We're really copying that rhythm on the drums, and it sounds like this. So with that verse out of the way, that brings us up to the chorus, and we're going to play everything on every beat just to really ramp things up. And then in the second half of the chorus, after a little fill, we're going to play just an up-tempo rock beat, kind of like a punk beat. So first up, this is the rhythm. In that third bar of the chorus, it actually kind of sounds like he just misses the crash cymbal, and so there's nothing but snare drum and kick drum on that beat 1. It's kind of quirky, but I really like it, so if you want to include it, I think that'll really sound exactly like the recording. From there, we move on into our up-tempo rock beat, which goes like this. And then that's the end of the chorus, and we move back into a little riff section right before we start the next verse. The fill before the verse starts goes like this. Now we're back into our verse using just the same groove as we did before, but there's a slight variation every second time around, and it goes like this. I'm pretty sure that only happens twice, but just keep your ears open and then you'll be able to nail it just like the song. At the end of the verse, we have those hits with the lyrics again, in a bang with the bang go, and then we're 4 of everything to the bar, and then we have a fill moving back into our up-tempo rock beat again. So the fill goes like this. That fill seems pretty simple, but because the song's going quite quickly, it's a bit tricky to get your flam in on the snare and then your hands straight onto the tom. So just start it out slowly, and then eventually you'll be able to work it back up to the tempo of the song. We move on to our up-tempo rock beat, but this time I can hear one extra ghost note in there, so that will sound like this. Then we are up to the bridge, and this is how that goes. After the bridge, we go back into our intro groove. And we play through the intro just the same way as we did at the very beginning of the song. And then at the end of the intro, we've got a big stop, and we're just going to count out 2 bars with our foot on the hi-hats. That brings us up to our final choruses, which is just a bit different because we flip everything around. We play the up-tempo rock beat first, and then we play the 4 snares to the bar second. We've got a big fill right at the end, so let me play that for you. Once again, that last fill follows along with the lyrics really closely, so you'll be able to pick it out by ear, no worries at all. And there we go, that is how you play I Bet You Look Good on the Dance Floor by Arctic Monkeys. It's a little bit quick, but I'm sure with a bit of practice you'll be able to get it up and running. Happy practicing, I'll catch you at the next lesson.